Greetings, and thank you for making the time to join us today. My name is Untiretse Modise, and I'm the Head of Payments in Transaction Banking at Standard Bank. We're facilitating a series of conversations with my colleagues exploring the evolution of payments in Africa and globally. And today I am joined by David Robinson, who's our Head of Strategy and Enablement. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Auntie.
So let's talk about the intercontinental flows and maybe some of the payments flows. I mean, remittances is still a very big part of the person-to-person payments in the continent.
Yeah.
And the African diaspora is not about to change anytime soon. I mean, how big is at least the scale and the influence of remittances and the P2P flows in the continent?
It's massive. Remittance flows coming into Africa is estimated about 55 billion. And those are just the formal ones. And we are seeing massive remittance volumes across the continent. There are some intra-Africa remittances as well, coming, for example, from South Africa further north. But yeah, a massive part of the flows, money flow in Africa is remittances.
Yeah. And our view, perhaps you could give us a sense of what you think that is. The inter-Africa as well as the China corridor for trade and flows in payments. Recently, we've just done an integration with SIPS. What does it mean practically for corporates looking to trade with China in payments?
It provides choice and it provides the opportunity to have trade flows between China and Africa, and which is been relatively big in the past and looks like it's increasing again, particularly with the tariffs with the Western world, with the States. There's additional opportunity for Africa to trade with China, and SIPS is a very convenient payment rail to pay China in currencies other than some of the typical hard currencies. For example, the dollar. You can pay in CNY directly to China using our PAPS interface. SIPS interface, sorry.
There's a big explosion of fintechs globally and in the continent. What sort of role do you think these play in enabling the integration you speak about earlier around payments, particularly in the continent?
Well, interestingly enough, Auntie, banks are already working with fintechs. A couple of examples would be banks working with mobile operators to do cross-border remittances, banks working with remitters and remitter companies to do cross-border payments, with the final payment actually ending up in the domestic payment system. So there's a lot of activity out there right now with fintechs getting into the payments value chain and providing value-added services.
And do you think these are necessarily a threat to banks? I mean, I think there's a view that says they are coming in to disrupt, they're coming in to take our lunch, certainly. I mean, is it our view, or do you think there's an opportunity to partner with, to co-create solutions? I mean, what's your take on the introductions at large scale, at least, of fintechs in the payments arena?
I think there's a place for fintechs and the services they bring, innovation, time to market. And I think it's an opportunity for the banks to collaborate with fintechs to provide value-added services to their customers. Do they compete? I'm not sure you'd say compete as much as disrupt. The interesting thing about banks and fintechs is they are very complementary. The one thing that banks do provide to fintechs is scale, which fintechs often struggle to get.
Yeah. And maybe as a last part question on this, Africa is well known for mobile payments, and I think we largely are pioneers. Is it your view that that's likely to also take off in South Africa? I mean, I think in the rest of the continent, it's quite pervasive, it's quite obvious. The use of flows into accounts, into store value such as wallets, is quite clear. But do you think that is a big topic for South Africa?
That's an interesting question. Mobile operators have in the past tried to launch mobile wallets in South Africa. There are a couple of challenges. I think the first one is that the percentage of the banked population in South Africa is far higher than some of the other markets in Africa. However, we are starting to see some of the local banks providing wallet type services to their customer base. So I think the opportunity is there if if it's done correctly and smartly, perhaps with a partner.
Yeah. Thanks, David. Really thanks for the time and the insights you've shared.
Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you.